Hello, my name is Alex, and this is my channel. I get to talk about whatever I want, when I want, and today I'm here to tell you about Vivian James. If you don't already know who Vivian James is, she is a fictional character that was designed to look just like your average relatable female gamer. Messy red and green hair, casual hoodie, no makeup, no sexualization, just a normal girl who plays video games. And at first glance, it's kind of charming, right? But here's the thing. She was created by 4chan. You know, the website we all love, right? Specifically, the users of 4chan's video game board as a PR stunt to spite real women during one of the most vicious harassment campaigns the internet has probably ever seen. Her name is literally a pun. Vivian James, or Vidya Games. I mean, real creative stuff. They built a fake woman to weaponize the idea of women. And let's back up a little bit and I can explain this to you properly. In order to understand Vivian James, you have to understand Gamergate. And I know, if you know what I'm talking about, you know Gamergate was a long ass time ago. It was 2014. And yeah, over a decade has passed since then, but its fingerprints are still all over the gaming culture right now. In 2013, a developer named Zoe Quinn released a game called Depression Quest. It was a text-based game about living with depression. Not a AAA title, not a blockbuster, just a small, personal, deeply human piece of interactive storytelling about what it actually feels like to be mentally ill. And a specific quarter of the internet lost its fucking mind. Quinn started getting harassed almost immediately after Depression Quest hit Steam Greenlight. We're talking rape threats, death threats, her phone number got spread around and she had to change it. And when she talked about it publicly, they accused her of faking the entire thing for attention. Let me say that again. She reported getting rape threats and people accused her of making it up. Because apparently the most unbelievable thing in the world is that a woman on the internet is getting harassed. And this is why women are afraid to speak up. Fast forward to 2014, and Quinn's ex-boyfriend writes a series of blog posts about their breakup, accusing her of having an affair with people in the gaming industry, including a journalist at Kotaku named Nathan Grayson. The implication here being that she exchanged sex for favorable coverage of her game. Except Grayson never even reviewed the game. There was no positive review. The whole premise was essentially built on nothing. Gonjing himself later even walked back the claim, but it didn't matter. The mob had already started moving, and this is where the hashtag Gamergate was born, officially being framed about ethics in games and journalism. In practice, it was primarily coordinated harassment targeting women and minorities in the gaming industry. I apologize, I'm about to butcher this name. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anita Sarkeesian, a media critic who made YouTube videos about tropes in video games, had her home address leaked. Brianna Wu, a game developer, was driven from her home because of the death threats. The pattern was consistent. Woman expresses her opinion about video games, woman gets harassed and threatened until she shuts up or leaves. But here's what made Gamergate different from just regular internet harassment. They had a PR problem, because when the whole world is just watching you send rape threats to indie game developers, it's hard to claim that it's actually just concern about journalistic integrity. Even the most passionate, it's about ethics person had to know that looked bad. So they needed a cover. And that's where Fine Young Capitalists come in. Fine Young Capitalists, or TFYC, was a feminist organization running a game jam to help women break into game development. Real initiative, good cause, and somehow 4chan's video game board decided to donate to it. But before you can even think for a second, that is a genuine moment of growth. I need you to rescind that thought, because their actual reasoning was that Zoe Quinn had publicly criticized TFYC's game jam, and the 4chan board saw an offer opportunity. They funded TFYC so that they could frame Quinn as being against women in gaming. Well, the people who had been harassing her for years, were for it. One user literally wrote, and I'm quoting this, that if they donated, they'd be PR untouchable. They didn't care about women in gaming, they cared about optics. And as part of their donation, they got to design a character for whichever game TFYC developed. Insert Vivian James. And now we have become full circle. The explicit goal described by the users was to create just an average female gamer to troll everyone, because they knew that people expected 4chan to design something gross and sexist. So they deliberately made something that looked reasonable, approachable, and relatable. They made her solely to prove a point, not to celebrate women in gaming, and definitely not out of any genuine allyship, but to be able to point at her and say, see, we support women. We made one. Shut up. It was just some kind of costume or shield. It was a mascot designed specifically to deflect accusations of misogyny, made by the people actively harassing women. And TFYC, they embraced it. They tweeted about how excited they were, and when they got criticism for that decision, their response was, and I'm not making this up, I swear to you, when you say that 4chan cannot take part in the project, you are oppressing them. Oppressing 4chan? I'm sorry. The website most notable for oppressing others. I need a moment. The entire Gamergate movement operated on one neat trick. When a woman speaks, question her motives. When she's angry, she's hysterical. When she's sad, she's faking. When she's scared, she just wants the attention. Whatever emotion she displays was just reframed as manipulation. But a cartoon girl, she can't have motives and she can't fight back. She can't post a video calling you out. She can't be a fake feminist or an SJW or whatever fucking label you want to throw out. She just exists to agree. And that's what Vivian James was. The perfect woman, according to these people. Vivian James was essentially the I'm not like other girls of gaming. You even had girls cosplaying as her at conventions and people drawing her, making fun of other women. And yeah, whatever. She's a drawing. She didn't do anything wrong by existing. But the people that made her, they're the ones that did all the wrong. They just wanted to use her so that they could say, I don't hate women, I made a woman. Literally same energy as, I can't be racist, I have a black friend. It's just deflection masquerading as representation. And on top of that, gaming has always had a problem with women. Not all gamers, obviously. Most gamers are just normal people who like playing video games. But there's always been this loud, territorial subset of gamers who treat gaming like it's a boys-only club. And it treats any woman who walks in like she needs to prove herself. Oh, you like games, huh? Name 5. What's the release date of this obscure title from 1987, huh? Can you speedrun this? Do you actually play the video games? Or you just here for attention? The gatekeeping is exhausting. And when women started getting more visible in gaming spaces as developers, critics, streamers, designers, that subset did not respond by just going, oh cool, the hobby we love is growing. They responded by saying, get out. Basically. Gamergate was that impulse with an organized hashtag and a harassment pipeline. When it became too obvious, that's when they manufactured Vivian, a girl who they could use as a shield for all of their hatred and harassment. The irony of anti-feminists creating a female character to own the feminists is so... It's just... wow. And studies on Gamergate, because yes, this got so big that people made genuine studies from it, they found that the harassment was not just random. It was coordinated and disproportionately targeted at women and people of color who were critical of gaming culture. They weren't just trolling for the lol. This was a deliberate effort to push people out of a specific space. And it worked, at least partially. Zoe Quinn left, Brianna Wu left, Anita scaled back, and these are real people whose careers and lives were uprooted because they dared express their opinion in a space that didn't want them. And while they were being driven out, Vivian James became this sort of icon in their community. And I also want to be clear about something. Liking video games does not make you a part of this Gamergate crap. Most gamers had nothing to do with this. Plenty of people who play video games are disgusted by the actions of the Gamergate people. The vast majority of the community is just people who want to play video games. And the culture that Gamergate exposed, it didn't go away. It just evolved over time. It showed up in arguments about forced diversity in game casting. It shows up every time a woman streams and has to deal with one of her chatters being a complete disaster. It showed up when people review bombed The Last of Us 2. The vibes, I guess, are just continuously there, and I don't think they're going away anytime soon. Vivian James is just a little artifact of where it all started. A mascot for a movement that claimed to care about gaming, while systematically trying to make it unwelcoming for half of the population. They built a fake woman to argue that real women were the problem. They were just so afraid of women with opinions. I hope you enjoyed the mess that this was. Honestly, I was just scrolling through the Internet Drama Archive, and I found an article about this, and I was like, interesting. So I did a video on it. So if there's any other topics you might want to see, I can do more dives on those. I didn't do that much of a deep dive just because a lot of that stuff has been archived now because it was fucking forever ago. But I think maybe in another one that I might do, I'll try harder to get more shit out of it. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.